interesting and...
There we go. Oh, hopefully I didn't lose all you guys. Let's see what we got going here. Seems like it's up. Let's see, is anyone out there? Am I all alone? Thank you for the follow there, Becca. Still waiting to see if we got anyone out there. Am I still all alone? I don't want to be alone. I do not know what's going on here, guys. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. I restarted the stream. See what it's looking like live here. I can see myself live, so that's good. Okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. Lexi decided to destroy my OBS by gifting that sub, which, if you guys didn't hear me, thank you very much for that sub. Welcome back. Welcome into the brigade. Yeah, so I restarted OBS, and hopefully we're okay now. Let's do our battle. Blame it on Lexi and she'll never gift me a sub again. Thank you for that gifted sub, Lexi. My OBS just decided to die on me, apparently. How's my CPU doing? We doing... No, my CPU usage seems fine, too. Umber with the kills. Pingrosaurus Rex with the assists. Head Mama Bear and Gen Dragon with the gold and scrolls. Grats. Next map, next map. Ooh. Enemies will be revealed. I think I'm going to go with a flag bearer right there. You guys can build your armies in around here. We'll go after stuff from there. Maybe we'll do a two-pronged approach there with two across the way. We'll see in 30 minutes here. I haven't done this map before. So we have our oil and avocado strained now, which I was somewhat interrupted from. That's the first time that's happened to me. I'm not sure what happened there. I think OBS just decided to call it a night. So that doesn't look too appetizing yet, but we're just getting started with this project. Do I want to use a large bowl for this? Why not? just want a yolk. A single yolk. What we're doing here is creating emulsification. If you guys are not familiar, what we're going to be doing is suspending the fat in the egg yolk, thus making it a solid dressing rather than a broken one. This is essentially a mayo, but I'm substituting avocado for some of the fat. I'm also using canola oil, not just straight olive oil. I like canola oil in this case in particular because I just like to flavor it in this case a bit more than sunflower. If you guys recall, I typically use sunflower as my cheap oil. Typically in a restaurant you'll see this done in a blender too, but this is actually a little too small of a batch here to use a blender properly, because this barely blended with me adding more oil into it, just because you need more volume in the pot. The other thing you'll notice is this is relatively runny right now. It's already thickened up some, but it's going to thicken up quite a bit as we go here. I had a, yeah, that's sort of a odd sense of pride thing, Lexi, that I found in a number of sauciers I've worked with. They all like to boast about how much oil they can fit in a single egg yolk. The most I've actually personally seen was at a resort I was working at, where they had literally a well that was designed to work like a steam well, just sit there and hot hold things, and so it was like the perfect temp for making hollandaise. And I sat there and watched the saucier, one egg yolk, put 22 ounces of oil in with it. Or clarified butter. Without it breaking. I haven't done the price point on that. I wonder if, well, I know if you're using quality eggs, the eggs are going to be more expensive than the oil, but well, it's also, he had that perfect temp water bath to just sit there and let it sit at the perfect temp. Okay, this is now getting a little thick for me to want to work with it, so we're going to thin it out. Just a couple of drops. Just a little bit of water. And that's going to re-thin it out. It's going to lighten it in color. And it's actually going to also help our emulsion stay better. You also notice I'm using a coated whisk with a metal bowl. You don't want to do metal on metal, especially when you're sitting here and whisking like crazy forever. You will actually, in many cases, if you're using metal on metal, grind metal. And so if you're making a mayonnaise, or they used to jokingly in college call it a culinary school college, grayonnaise, where you can literally turn a mayonnaise gray just from the metal from whisking it. Why aren't you... There we go. You guys don't need to see that. Nice and cleaned, but empty stove. Plop. First bit of avocado in the mix. It's already looking sort of green, isn't it? That avocado's really thickening things up. First time I've tried doing this, so this could complete failure, possibly. Develop my own recipe here. I think we'll be fine though. Getting a little bit more confident here as we've developed this emulsion along. I've also found, gonna give you one of my real secrets here. I have found one of the best ways to get an emulsion going. Spread it out in the bowl, in the pan and the bowl, because you're trying to gradually incorporate things. And so if you have it all in one bunch, it's going to be a lot easier to break up that one little bunch than it is to mix it in a small little batch and gradually add more into the batch, so you're gradually mixing it. Hey Phil, how you doing? Welcome in. Essentially making avocado mayo here so far. Mix a little in, fully incorporate it, go back for more. I'm doing pretty well tonight, Phil. Taking my time. I feel like Friday's stream went a little quick, and so and last of our oil in there. I didn't measure how much oil here. I think I'm going to add actually a little bit more oil to thicken this up a little bit more. Yeah, this needs a little bit more thickening. We'll go back to that canola here. So we're not adding a ton of money in here. See, that's what it looks like when it's broken. But we're gonna come back into that because I've spread it out throughout the pan. There we go. Back into emulsification. Getting to the upper limits of what I want as far as dressing here, as far as volume. It's not quite as thick as I want it, though. Not that that's a really thin dressing either. We're going to add in a little bit more of our other flavorings here. Do a little powdered mustard. Cayenne. Where are you? Lemon for tonight. Off of my tree in the backyard. It's a Meyer lemon, so it's got a little bit of golden color going with it. Let's squeeze a quarter of that in there. It's a Meyer lemon. It's a dwarf tree. It's potted. This is going to thin it out. This is going to lighten it because it's going to be acidic. Oh, I might not be in the right climate for it either. It does okay, but not lovely. Pepper. Did I hit this with salt? We need more salt in here anyways. Let's see what we got. Avocado mayo. I don't know, you can't hardly see the pepper in there. I keep wondering about this camera. I mean, it's a C920, so I mean, you guys should be familiar. But yeah, that looks so white to me compared to what it's rather green. So is this camera just doesn't have great green, because that looks yellow. That's green. Give you a shot of this with the main cam. Let you guys know what I'm talking about here. It's green. Salt. MSG, because we want it to be savory, right? I actually want to put I only have whole. I don't have ground. Guess we'll skip that then. I am going to put a little onion powder in there, though. Just a hint. Trying to think what else I could use. Maybe a bit of punch of heat. I put a little cayenne in there, but I think it needs a little bit more. Pepper's good. Avocado you can still taste in there. But yeah, I think it needs a little bit more of a kick. So we'll add a bit more cayenne there. I'm cool with that. Cool with that. That's tasty. We got our acid, we got our spice, we got our fat, we got our If I had some hold on one second here. If I had some celery tops, I'd probably dice them up and throw them in here. I don't have any right now, but celery greens are amazing as a light flavor in this, in your mayos or your dressings. So we're just going to move all of that into our coleslaw and let that all hang out for a little while before we're ready for dinner. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera. trying to not get my handles coated in the actual dressing. It'll eventually stick to them anyways, but didn't this bowl practically be like overflowing before? It's sort of amazing how some stuff does that. How you add some salt into the veggies and they lose a little bit of their strength, and so they automatically crush all down on top of each other. We have the dressing in there. It just becomes one giant party. I'm happy with that. And get the avocado. Get all the veggies. It's on the edge of maybe being a slight too salty, but that's my food for you too. Awesome. Where's that mushroom from, Cooking Girl? And I don't know if I said hello to you tonight. Welcome in. Probably looking at our Stream Raiders battle. Another 4 minutes. Last 4 minutes to get your last character in the field. Last unit on my field. Oh, awesome! What type of mushrooms do you go after? Chanterelles, fire morels, normal morels. Truffles. Cheers, everyone. I've actually been pretty much enjoying this wine. Like I said, it's pretty neutral wine. There's not a whole lot there to really disturb your palate. But that's the way a lot of the nicer, higher priced wines are. They're designed to be tasty but not conflict with anything. But yeah, I still think this is, well, I don't know enough about wines to say that the flavors are going to develop to be better with age. But like I said before, there's still some of those young alcohol notes to it that make me think that this bottle could maybe use a little bit more time. But then again, like I said, I don't know how some of those other flavors develop with time. So maybe it was going to be bland as it gets older too. But nice, Leo. Welcome in. Normal morel, shanties, oysters, bullets, hawk wings, metasaki. That one I'm not sure with. Hedgehogs. Nice. Yeah, from my understanding, the fire morels are sort of a fun but dangerous one, because it's just been, they pop up, for anyone else that's not familiar, they pop up after forest fires or major fires, because the trees have died and that sort of a reaction thing. But you're traveling in the woods in former forest fire area. Think ash, think mud, think just getting messy and dirty. Yeah, like what's Cooking Girl saying there. There's a market for them, but it's also a lot of work. But you got a whole bunch of them there that you go shopping for, or go hunting for. I'm sure you got your hidden spots too. We're actually going to start in on our lobster now. We got our... Well, actually, let's do our biscuits first. Well, let's get our oven going for our biscuits first. I'm going to turn the oven on the 400 here. Turn on the fan. Close the bedroom door so we don't set off the smoke alarm. Well, we got our Leo's here. We got our coleslaw, which I hand chopped, and this has got a avocado mayo dressing that I made from scratch. We got our lobster that I haven't quite gotten to, that we're going to be cooking a bit later. We'll set that off to the side here since we're going to be working with that pretty soon. Get rid of the advertising. Oh yeah, this is going to last a bit. This is going to be... Yeah. I like coleslaw though. Coleslaw is something that I will snack on. I have sort of weird snacking favorites. Like, when I was a kid, I liked croutons. And then we got some biscuit dough that's been chilling here. So we're gonna now scoop up some... Break up these radishes here. We're gonna throw this over here. Yeah. Sorry, it's not going to be really in view for you guys, but we got this to put in the main view. Need a pan, need parchment. Let's get the knife out of the way. Let's get the lemon out of the way. Meyer lemon off a home tree. Hot chocolate. Hey, car guy. It depends on the dressing. Suki. Like, KFC coleslaw is on the ingredient suggestion list. I wouldn't call that necessarily healthy. Nice, Leo. So we're just sort of loosely balling these guys. Yep, Ronman is winning. If you guys are new in, we have the Discord vote going. between pickled ginger and ramen. And the winning ingredient Wednesday I'll have to use in both dinner and dessert. So sweet and savory uses of both of those. And in the past year we've done a whole bunch of other ingredients. We did cheese balls last week. We did taro the week before. We get KFC chicken. I've done crickets. We've done candy corn, after 8, dinner mints, Fruit Loops, string cheese, eggnog, donuts, Twinkies, Pop-Tarts, gummy worms, and Pocky and popcorn. So those are all different ones that we've done. Thank you for the follow, Precious Summer Rose. You know, I'm sort of feeling like these are too... Yeah, those are okay. This guy's just really dry, I guess. Getting the stuff on the bottom. Actually, I'm not even sure what... That looks more Korean to me. Car guy. But welcome in, regardless of your nationality. Could care less what that is. It could. I've had a couple of thoughts about what to do with ramen. Had a pretty good thought this morning, but I'm not going to give my ideas away. You guys are going to have to tune in. I'm going to add a little bit more milk into this, or a little bit more cream. There's more of this than I need anyways. I do not need a dozen biscuits. I should have had this recipe. I'm glad to have you, Precious Summer Rose. I'm very happy to have you here. And I hope you enjoy your time here. I apologize for the uneducated. Okay. These are further going to get some butter dripped over the top of them. Oh, and I'm still on the Discord. Sorry about that. And also, if you guys are joining into the Discord, it looks like we do have a new person joining in, Lexi. Let me give you proper permissions here, Lexi, so you can actually see the rest of the server here. I'll give you a proper greeting after. Oh, we got another one here too. We'll give both of you guys access. There we go. Nice. So you should be able to see the rest of the forum there now, Lexi. clean up here. Need to get these screens out of the way so they don't get dirty from other stuff. Actually, let's add a little cream into that party too. Won't be a horrible addition. Just gonna microwave this real quick just to liquefy it. And there goes my earbuds. Pretty good, Leo. Had a good day. Oh, come on, melt for me, butter. Mildly productive today. Okay, we're gonna melt that even more. I thought it was maybe just barely holding on to its shape, but nope. We're gonna give that 20 seconds this time. Make sure it's melted. There we go. Now it's melted. Welcome to Brigade Osmeth. Hopefully it's been a fun parenting. Okay, now let's see how these guys turn out. I don't have high hopes with how crumbly they are, but they're drop biscuits. They're not supposed to be perfectly little cut round things, and the butter in them is hopefully still nice and relatively chilled. They do have leaveners and all that good stuff. Hey, Botita. How's the pup? Actually, I don't know how old, but how's the doggo? Okay, 400 degree oven. Okay. How long are we cooking them? Set our timer here for 20 minutes. Give a look at them then. We got pan on the stove now. So we're going to use that for cooking our lobster. We're going to start our lobster adventure by cutting these guys, or cutting these tails. Let's see here. You're not the first person to do that to me tonight, too. I missed someone else asking for bad advice earlier. Bun Buns. I'm sorry, Bun Buns, if you're still lurking. I'm almost tempted to take that off just because I gotta sit here and think about what to do with it. But anyways, to tell you what I'm doing, we're going to cut down the sides here on either side of this. I'm not worried about the legs. Lexi, I think you should substitute some, try doing this dish and substituting that flounder for the lobster. I'm sure it's going to look just as gorgeous when you put it back into its skin. But this way the crab is already starting to get disconnected. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. I don't use the marble cutting board for much, Leo. I actually got that when I bought my mobile kitchen. And you can use it for making chocolates, you can use it for a number of different things, but it's not great as a cutting board. But it's great for sculpting chocolate, it's great if you want to do fudge or something like that. But I'm not getting into much of that these days. I just realized we have a battle that we need to run. So let's do our Stream Raiders battle. Battle. Victory. Sherry Nagan QC with the kills. Umbra with the assists. Come on. There we go. Lexi with the scroll. Grats. Scrolls for me, yay. Rogue. Archer. They're just trying to give me all sorts of Archer scrolls right now. And there we go. Sky Shard. Reminds me of well, reminds me a lot of D&D stuff. So we got both of these cut along either side of the shells now. Add third cam in there now. We're gonna using this guy on purpose because I want to use the lid. Let's start warming him up. Light for me, please. There we go. It's lit. I just didn't hear it. Normally I hear it catch when... Papaya is a good guess. There you go, Suki. Suki stealing it away from Botita. Trying to decide what all I want to get going here. We got that pan warming up for us. We're going to need to melt some butter in there. Not sure what all I want to put. Yeah. Do about 2 tablespoons of butter there. I'm going to squeeze one of these guys in there. Start on that side. We're going to steam them this way. We're sort of par steam them at this point. Welcome in, Huberman. How you doing this evening? We're going to sort of parboil them this way. Let's see. Do we still have... No, she isn't. Dope. We're going to move this now that we're done with our raw lobster. And we're only going to give this a couple minutes on each side here. You can see it's already got some decent, nice red color going around the edges there where it's closest to the pan. So these sort of lay on one side or the other at this point. I'm going to add a little bit of water in here for the last bit. We're going to add more moisture into this, but I don't want to add it yet. But we need more steam action. You see that's starting to get dark in there. We'll give these guys one more turn for that last side. Give them about one more minute. They're not going to be completely cooked, but that's okay because we're going to build a sauce in that same pan, and then we're going to add the meat in there so we can finish off cooking the meat there. The major thing we're doing now is getting that shell cooked so that it pulls away from there. And I lied, we're still going to use you, but we're going to flip you over and cheat. And let these sit there. And cool down for a little bit. Meanwhile, for our sauce here, we're going to throw the last of this little butter in here. Add some flour, start building the roux, and then I'm actually going to cut the heat because I need to add some veggies. Actually, why don't we wait on that right now? Let's do the veggies right now. Need a little bit of onion. I'm not going to use a whole onion for this project. We'll slice off about a third of that guy. Put the rest of them in the fridge for the future. We're going to take a layer off of this guy. Roux, H-O-U-X. No E. I'm just going to cross cut it. I could do a half slice in the side of it, but couple of shred or small pieces there. Awesome. So we got that. What else are we throwing in here? We just doing that? Yep, I think that's it. Oh, we need some... Oh, we're going to do it for garnish. Yep, that's all we're adding in. So we'll get this back on a heat. Add in our onions. Pan's pretty thick, so I assume it's still, even though it's not bubbling, it's still pretty warm. A little bit of a sizzle there, so I think I'm okay. Don't really want color in this case, and actually, if I had a white onion, I would have used another white onion like I did with the salad. This is sort of a late thing. We're not going to cook this like we're caramelizing onions here. We're just trying to really steam them. Oh, we're going for the wall effect there. Everyone wants to be right up front for this battle. Okay, now we're adding our flour. I still have that spoon kicking around here? Guess not. We'll grab ourselves another spoon to get dirty. Couple tablespoons of flour here. That's probably pretty close to what I need. We'll give that a good mix up. Add a bit more wine. Two minutes on our biscuits till we check on them. We're going to add some water to this mix now. I'm just going to add water until I get it to a consistency that I like for a sauce and not paste. Mix it in as we go here. Sort of a nice rosy red between the wine and the red onion in there. Sort of a nice pink almost. Creating a rosé bechamel here, apparently. Some of them are pretty hard bun buns. Welcome back. By the way, Bun Buns, I suggest the next time that you make a roux that you substitute, let's say, peanut butter instead of your butter or your oil. I think that would be some really good advice for you. And I'm sorry I didn't give that to you earlier. Welcome in, Chili Music. How you doing this evening? Glad to see you. Hopefully you're having a day at least half as good as I've had. Not that my day has been spectacular, but it's been pretty good. This is going to be way too much sauce for our two little lobster tails here. I think I'll survive, though. This will probably be good with a little pasta on a day off or something. And now that we got a decent amount of water in the mix, we're going to add some of our dairy. And I'm just using whole cream. I bought 2 things of whole cream to make sure I had enough for Friday. Ended up with about 3/4 of one, so using it up tonight. Oh, let's take a look at our biscuits. They're biscuits. I'm going to give those another 2 minutes though. Now we're just going to allow this to sit here and cook for the next 10-15 minutes because we need to cook out that raw flour flavor. That's going to give us time to play around with our lobster. Going to give me time to play with my meat. I'm going to take these guys now and peel this shell off the top here. Which that came off surprisingly easy. But I did cut that with scissors if you guys are just coming in. That wasn't just me magically moving that with my fingers. Not at all. Thank you for suggesting that, Suki. So we're just discarding this part. If you want to be really finicky about it, you can throw it back in the sauce. I don't think it's going to add that much more, but if you're doing 20 of them, or, you know, a large party, every little bit helps, especially when you get into those sort of things. But for this little thing, for these two little guys, I don't think that's really going to be worth it. Same sort of thing as before, we're going to try and lift the meat up out of the bottom part of the shell here. Try and get it in one piece if we can here, which it's not really cooperating in that fashion here. It's not the end of the world, but like shrimp, these guys have a vein. So we're going to remove that vein. We'll call it a vein. It's more like their digestive tract. Thanks, Azula. Yeah, it's apparently a Lobster Thermidor day here in the United States, which United States has national holidays for all sorts of food, all sorts of different days. There's almost no days you can go without there being a national holiday of some sort. Give this a stir up. This is getting too warm. Gonna have to turn that down. That's as low as it goes on my burner now. There's a little water in the lid that's sizzling on the burner now. Oh, biscuits. That's why I was turning around. Let's check out our biscuits. These turned out a little bit better than I expected. Nice and golden brown. Let's see how dark they are on bottom. The stuff around them's a little worrying, but it's really just butter melt off. It's on the dark side, but that's not too bad. We'll actually get those off of that though, so they don't keep cooking, so they don't get darker. Do a little quick look as we're going. I think we're pretty safe. I actually think that one I picked up was maybe one of the darker ones. That's one of the darker ones there. That's maybe the darkest I've seen. Yeah. That guy's on the edge for me. And that's the first one I picked up. Now that's crumbly. Can't even get it off the pan without falling apart. There we go. We'll let those cool off on the counter over here. Thank you for the follow, Rio Rel. Welcome in. Let's see what we're looking like here. We'll give you another stir up. Make sure all that's loose from the bottom. I just did a little quick thing earlier. Make sure that we're okay. I think we're all right. I think we're pretty good there, actually. Back to playing with my meat. It's smelling pretty good. The lobster here definitely scents the whole house. Again, we're going to try and pull that digestive tract out. That guy didn't have a whole lot going on there. Yep. Oh, we got a little bit more down here. Make sure this is cleaned out. That's looking okay. There we go. So these guys are going to go in a container here. What am I going to use for this tonight? I think I'm going to use one of these. Those go in there like that. The meat here, we're going to give this a chop up. So you can see it's not completely cooked through, but we're mostly cooked through. Same for you. Yeah, I was more worried about the type of container I was going to use. I have another ceramic one that I could have used, but we're going to throw this under the broiler. Either case, it's not a great case for either one of them. So, oh, what is the cream still doing out here? We'll get rid of you. So we're waiting on this sauce to do a little bit more cooking here. Give it a try here now that it's been hanging out for a minute. Definitely needs salt. Oh, those are some small little lobsters. That's what I got. I got small lobsters. But that needs salt, seriously. That's got like no flavor to it at all. I mean, the flavor's there, but we haven't brought it out without the salt. Light pepper. Okay, that's going to have to cook a little bit longer. And yeah, it still needs more salt. More salt. We're also going to go ahead and add the cheese now, which I'm just going to use the green can tonight. That thickened it up a little bit. That's going to add essentially MSG. Oh, that tastes gorgeous now. But MSG fans, Parmesan is essentially MSG. Hate to ruin those who don't like MSG. Oh yeah. Now that's to the point where I just want to lick the entire spoon, if you didn't notice. Battle! We shall go to battle. Ooh, all sorts of people out there. Thank you for the support. Let's see how we fare. Whoa, what was that? Enemy bomber? Wow, we're getting wrecked. Wow. We're gonna make it, but that was a rough fought battle. There was a lot of casualties there. Congrats on the victory. Umbra with the kills, Leo Zio with the assists, Leo Zio and Bun Buns with the golden rewards, or scrolls. Congrats. Hard fought battle. Look at all those deaths. That's just sad. I think we're going to call it a night there, because we are getting close to wrapping things up. But we do have a nice battle there for the next batch. For the next match for on Wednesday, when we're probably doing dinner and dessert with ramen. Might be with pickled ginger. You guys can flip the vote maybe still. It's still going on in Discord there. We still have oh, come on. Show up there. No, not there. That's not where we want to be. That's not where we want to go now. That's not where we want to go. There we go. Oh, Ramen's got another vote during the stream tonight. It's going to be even harder, guys. But if you got any pickled ginger fans, now's your last chance. Vote ends tomorrow. I don't set a time. I just randomly cut off sometime on Monday. And whichever is the winner is Wednesday's dinner. Nice, Leah. So we're going to take these little guys here. These, again, you could have thrown in the sauce. They have a little bit of shell with them and stuff that I'm just ditching them. So now we got our sauce. Tasting delicious. We're going to go ahead and finish our lobster up in that sauce. But before I do that, I want to be ready with some other things here. I'm going to grab my out of them. That's a good job, Jay. Go ahead and throw your breadcrumbs back empty. So we're just doing Parmesan on top, apparently. But I want that ready, and I want my oven already at a broil. So the broiler started in the oven, which is lovely. It's going to make me sweat in like 2 seconds here. We got some temp going on our sauce here now. Around a boil, or just above a boil. And I'm going to take one of these racks and put it to the top, which I never do. But we're broiling, so that's what we need. Come on, warm up sauce. You're not exactly cold, but I need you a little bit looser. Okay. Lobster in the sauce. Just let that hang out just for a couple seconds until they stop being completely translucent. You can still see some translucency there and there and there. We're just finishing these last couple of bits up in that sauce. Just finishing cooking them. Only the egg cartons and what did I throw at you tonight? Okay, we gotta be close enough now that we'll come over here to the board and we're gonna take our lobster, fill out the shells. Not too far into the shell. Yeah, too much sauce, but Now we're going to top these with Parmesan. Just a little Parmesan. And into the oven under the broiler. And hope that our glass doesn't crack. Hope that our Pyrex stays Pyrex. I apologize for missing that I'm doing horrible with getting my channel points stuff done tonight. I apologize for that. Cheers, Paul. It was from an hour ago. Let's see what we got going down here. We're starting to get there. Starting to get there. Starting to get some brown. cancel that timer now, or cancel that oven. Oh, nope. We're going to get those a little bit longer. Meanwhile, we'll get a plate going with the rest of our goodies. Couple of biscuits. Nice helping in our coleslaw. Come back here to our broiler. Oh, still not there for my opinion. Got some browning going, just not enough. I want them to be done though. Okay, I'm calling it there. Yep. Little bit of parsley on its last legs here. I'll do a little quick chop up here of some of that. So last of that parsley. Just a little bit of light parsley on top. A little bit of light bit of paprika as well. This is more for color, less for flavor. So here we have our lobster. Give you a main view look of that deliciousness. I'm just going to slide that right on the plate, just like that. That looks delicious to me. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be an amazing dinner. I already know that sauce is amazing. I already know that coleslaw is amazing. I think those biscuits turned out okay. I think I can do better with those. I think that needed a little bit more moisture. I think they needed a little bit more mixing. But, yeah. I'm happy with that. Let me give a quick photo here. So we have something for the Instagram, Discord. Couple more photos here. I'm increasingly adding the number of photos that I take per night here. Awesome. So let's give this a shot. Now that I'm not trying to impale myself with my knife, start with one of these biscuits. See who we can see who's alive while I'm doing this. So nice and crispy, soft and buttery looking. Bernie, what do you think? Yeah, no, Leozio. There's plenty of mukbangers out there. I'm not in the game to sit here and trying to make that's great noises for you guys. But little lobster in that bite. Wow. That's almost like popcorn-y. It's probably partly because of the dough here before, but yeah. Take out the seeds here. Give that a little bit of a squeeze. I know, I'm not supposed to use my fingers. Oh well. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a good time. Okay. So let's see who we can give a raid to tonight. I appreciate you guys all joining me. We'll be back here on Wednesday with our ingredient challenge. We've got he's already doing pretty well tonight. Thank you for that follow, King Mitsu. We haven't hung out with them in a while. It might be a good choice here. Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with old Mixer friend who stopped by the stream the other day. great creator if Twitch wants to work here. There we go. Awesome. So I'm going to send you guys off to go hang out with Mr. Play Carrington. He's a book reader here on Twitch on Sundays. Plays quite a bit of games. Does YouTube book reading. And he does Sunday night movies. And so tonight he's playing old school movie, free to play movie. Not one of these Amazon play along things. It's a public domain videos. Really good stuff. Sort of like Mystery Science 3000 sort of feel. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this, which I'm really going to enjoy this tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Keep that Bernie there forever. And I hope you all have a great night. I'll see you back here on Wednesday. I might do something special on Monday, but that's going to be special. So maybe you'll see me here on Monday in the afternoon. Otherwise, have a great night. Bye-bye.